All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Daily Rundown. Let me get some of this stuff closed out and online, man. We got a lot of stuff opened up. Shout out to everybody who's having a good day. First of all, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and for all of those who are new to the channel, just make sure you tap in and enjoy. Shout out to everybody. We had 200 people watching yesterday. The collective, the majority of you guys were over on Twitter, but I still love support everybody that come over and show us love, man. Shout out to y'all. And we do got a lot of stuff that I'm working on. It's just I've been super duper 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 busy. It's low key make no fucking sense. But shout out to some new content creators I've been watching. I've been watching a young man named YoungDonReacts. And I want to start with his video that he made about Anton Daniels. Made about Anton Daniels, and he made it clear. He made it clear. What's going on, Ronnie Ron? He made it clear that a lot of people are calling out Anton's anti-black commentary, right? And how he's not authentic in the things that he's doing, authentic in the things that he's saying. So we're going to go directly into that. If you guys are watching on Instagram, like my brother Ronnie is, shout out to you guys. If you guys are watching on Twitter, shout out to you. You guys watching here on TikTok, shout out to you guys too. I appreciate all of you guys. We rebuilding Simp Nation, so we taking it step by step. All right. Before I go back to the video, I want to say fair use, fair use. Disclaimer: we do not know Anton Daniels, we do not know YoungDonReacts, Lucki Maree, or nobody else in the video. We're simply giving commentary and using the video for fair use purposes. And we hope that that's okay. We hope that the content creators, if they want to, they can come here and speak on behalf of what we're going to be giving commentary to today. But for the most part, it's just commentary, man. It's no beef. All right, cool. Now let's go forward and let's go directly to his commentary.
Anton Daniels and his loyal fan base, especially his black loyal fan base, would probably default to some kind of argument of Anton Daniel is not anti-black. He just holds black people accountable. Da da da.
Well, that's what they always say. They always say it's not that we're grifting, it's not that we're being anti-black. It's that we want to hold black people accountable. We want black people to start doing better. We want to challenge black people mentality of being victims, right? These are the things that they will say to you when it's time for them to spew this rhetoric and they want to pass on it, or they want somebody to understand why they have such self-hatred for themselves. Let's keep going.
This is the excuse they hide behind. Okay, sure. But this is what you can't run from. If you lie about the realities of black people for the sake of making them look worse, you're a sellout. You're a grifter. You're lying. Why would you as a black person willfully lie about black people? And so
these people willfully lie because there's money to be made. And as long as there's money to be made, they're going to lie. That's just the point. You have somebody like an Anton Daniels who is willing to lie on black people, lie about black culture, lie about black women, lie about paternity rates, lie about who's going to college and who's not, lie about educational rates, lie about black women opening more businesses than black men. Just so many lies that it's hard to even really keep up with some of them, man. Let's keep going.
Let's go ahead and take a look at this video and hear this white woman spout her racist bullshit and watch Anton agree with it and then watch me obliterate it. Let's go.
White people aren't racist if they avoid black people.
Huh?
If you go out of your way to avoid black people, you're not racist. Why would you want to be put in a predicament? You never know what's going to happen. You truly don't. You could look at...
Couldn't you say that about anybody, though?
You can. That can apply to anybody. What she's saying can be applied to anybody, right? And it's just that simple. If I want to avoid any race of people, if a black person wants to avoid a white person, does that make them racist? So I don't understand her commentary. I don't understand where it comes from. But usually people like her, she's a non-black woman. She probably has a lot of implicit biases against black people. She probably had one or two bad experiences with a black man or black woman, and now acts like all black men and black women move like the ones that she had those bad encounters with. And this is why, for the most part, I just don't enjoy even listening to commentary or having conversations the way I used to, because a lot of the conversation is not authentic, it's not genuine, it is wrapped in implicit biases.
You could walk into a room with anybody of any race and you don't know what's going to happen. But why do black people have a why are they treated special? Okay, let's see.
Them wrong and they get mad and loud and aggressive.
Wow.
So if avoiding black people for your own safety is racism now, well, then I guess I'm racist. I guess I care more about my well-being and my family and my life.
Wow.
So I'll take it. I guess I'll be racist if that's what it means, because it means a million things. It means a million things.
Okay, like what?
I feel like we have
The funny thing about Anton, when he's covering these white people who have these different ideologies, I never understood why don't Anton look at the white women who are doing awful things. Why don't he call out white women that abuse their children? Why don't he call out white women that are sexually involved with their students who happen to be minors? It just seems to me like he only calls out specific, like he only use white women in a specific manner, and it's to call out black people. He never actually used them to say, hey, you gave birth to Tyler Robinson. I mean, you won't say that. You raised Tyler Robinson. All right, man, let's go.
enough to deal with in this world, let alone people that live in the cities can't even take public transportation. They can't even go into a gas station. They can't even go into a store.
Wow.
When I go to the city, I avoid certain gas stations.
Are you trying to say that people in an entire city can't go into gas stations and can't go into stores because of African Americans? Because of African Americans, when we can point out multiple different situations where it was actually white T man who are going to gas stations, grocery stores, all kinds of shit and having a way. Right? We got to stop this falsehood like it's black people who are the biggest danger to white women, when in actuality, you know what it really is? You know what it really is? It's white men still. White men are the biggest threat to white women, and they always will be. White men commit more rapes. They commit more SAs. They commit more assault against children. They are your true threat. It is not us. It is not the black man. It is not the black woman. This is textbook racism.
I know that that's the cracky gas station. I know that's the ghetto gerbs. I know it. You can just look at it and you know exactly what you're going to get when you go in there.
Yeah, and you know what? When I drive through Texas, if I ever have to drive through a small sundown town, I'm not stopping there either.
Facts. Right? I live in Zion, north of Chicago, and at the end of the day, there's all kind of people that be on bullshit. I work in Wisconsin. There's certain places where you're going to automatically deal with racism. There's certain places where you're going to automatically have people telling you how you should act, how you should look, how you should feel, how you should respond, all because you're black. All because you're black. Her argument isn't a good one at all. It's a disingenuous argument, which is why it's hard to even really listen to this type of content where you have white women talking about how black women and black people are bad in a country that colonized those people.
And so I'm not telling this woman that she's wrong. Listen, I'm going to teach my children what it looks like when you're in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to teach my children that, look, when you go to certain low income, high crime communities, you better walk around. Well, you shouldn't be walking around there at all if you have no business being there. But if you find yourself there, you better keep your head on a swivel and don't stop at the gas station at night. Those are all legitimate things to consider.
I mean, yeah, because white people have to be safe around other white people. Black people have to be safe around other black people, because at the end of the day, crime is crime. It doesn't matter what race is doing a crime. It doesn't matter what race of people is doing a crime. At the end of the day, the crime is happening, period. That's just what it is, bro. And we got all of this other goofy shit going on. It's unnecessary. At the end of the day, if you are growing up in a ghetto neighborhood, I grew up in Detroit, for example, right? If you grew up in Detroit, there might be a situation where you have to defend yourself. There might be a situation where you might physically have to harm somebody to keep yourself safe. That's just what it is. But I do think that we're doing ourselves a disservice by acting like only black communities are the ones that's not safe, when we see little white girls getting raped, being trafficked, and all kind of shit in their own neighborhoods. But that's the problem with the black male conservatives. They don't want to be honest. It's an impossibility for them to be honest, keep it 100, and say, hey man, crime happens across the board. It happens across the board. Black men are committing crimes. White men are committing crimes. Mexican men are committing crimes. Illegals are committing crimes. No matter what you say, they're all committing crimes. I just don't understand the whole point of lying and shaming black people for some of the same behaviors we can find in almost every race. Let's go.
However, when you take that, you take the fact that that is a reality in a very, very, very tiny, small portion of the black community, and then apply it to all black people, when, let's be honest, this bitch ain't going to no fucking black neighborhoods, bro. Let's get real for a second. I didn't grow up in the hood in America, but I am friends with some guys who did. And something I've heard one of my black American friends say, who comes from a lower income background, he said, you don't really see white people in the hood like that. The only time you see white people in the hood, especially white women, is when they're drug fiends or they're rebelling against their parents and they fetishize black gang culture and they want to be around dudes like that. Think about your bad babies, think about your whoa Vickies, or cops. That's really it. Or drug heads.
As somebody who grew up in Detroit, and everybody know me, y'all know me, so y'all know where I grew up at. I grew up on 6 Mile, Barlow, in the hood, east side Detroit. And then when I got kicked out of Detroit public schools, we moved to Brightmoor, Finkel Ave. And there was no white people around us. I tried to tell my wife that I didn't even really know Chicago was a sanctuary city until I moved to Zion or whatever. And then next, I'm seeing white people everywhere, Mexicans everywhere, Mexican flags on niggas' cars, all kind of shit. It's not like that in Michigan. Like, the white people stay in certain neighborhoods and the black people stay in certain neighborhoods. Is completely segregated. So you're not gonna go on 7 Mile and grass shit and find too many white people just dangling, walking around, buying clothes and participating in the economy down there. That's not going to happen. She's lying, and I agree with Young Don. This bitch don't go to no goddamn black neighborhood. Let's go, man. Shout out to YoungDonReacts. I can't say shout out to Anton because he on that whole shit. Let's keep going.
Crackheads, white crackheads. Then you'll see them in the hood. You really don't see white people in the hood. You definitely don't see white women that look like this in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And so she's making this up. She's making this up as if this is a part of her daily reality. But the statistics tell us a completely different story.
That's a fact. The stats show us that most white women are living in areas where there's other white people, right? And that's why I hate the whole black on black crime bullshit, because when you look at the surrounding areas where most white people live at, they're committing crimes against each other the same way blacks are. Same thing. The same exact thing. But she wouldn't be in Brightmoor on Finkel going grocery shopping. No, if she lived in Michigan, in that neighborhood, she probably leave out, go to Southfield, leave out and go to Dearborn, leave out and go to Livonia. Then white women are not going grocery shopping in Detroit, Michigan, unless it's downtown Detroit. You feel me? Where it's mostly gentrified now. Come on, man. We got to stop it.
And if this woman was to walk through life in a way where she was trying to avoid the greatest threat to her in regards to other groups of people or other demographics, do you know what group of men pose the greatest threat to white women? If you've been watching this channel for a while, you already know the answer to that one. White men.
Texas man who told wife they're going to meet Jesus before pulling the trigger. Damn. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But Anton don't do videos about these men. He don't want to call out and he don't want to call out that the fact that the true enemy to the white woman is the white man. It always has been. Why you think white women push back on feminism? Why you think they was trying to get their own rights? Because they knew that they were raising fucked up individuals. That's just the facts. Those are just the facts, bro. Anyway, hey, let's keep going. This shit is good.
White women, their greatest danger on this planet in this country is the white man. White people in general, 8 out of 10 times when a white person is killed, they're killed by a white person. The grand majority of times when white women are sexually assaulted or murdered, they are killed by white men. These are just the facts. These are just statistics. This is just education. This is just sociology. This is not a...
It's like, and you know what's crazy, Young Don? Hopefully I can get in touch with you because I definitely would love to talk to you. I've been calling out Anton. I've been calling out Anton since, I don't know, maybe 2020. Right? And truth be told, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Black women, black men, they're going to continue to work with him because he has the money to pay them. That's first of all. And he has the visibility to help their channels grow. Black people don't stand on business. The same people that's going to say, I shouldn't be working with Anton because he hate black women are going to be the same black women that go back and work with him. I had this conversation with B. Taylor, had this conversation with Lucki, had this conversation with Courtney and Michelle. You're upset that Anton is spewing anti-black woman rhetoric, but you also helped this person build their platform on the Lapeef network, right? Went back to him after he said that black women wasn't shit and everything else. But you know what they're going to tell me? He's married to a black woman. Guess what? I am too. You know what's going to tell me? He can pay a black woman to come on the show. Guess what? I can too. The thing is, bro, I've learned to just pretty much buy out these conversations online because it's all about clout. It's all about money, right? Like I said, I've been having these conversations 5 years. 5 years ago when I was telling black women, look at what he's saying. You know, they told me, oh, but you're a baby daddy and he this and he that. Right? There's no balance in the conversation. There's, again, Young Don, I'm going to finish the reaction and I agree with every single word you said in this video. But what is to be done when black grifters like Anton Daniels or black grifters like Tommy Sotomayor can continuously have black people around them, ignoring all of the goofy shit that we can see? Young Don just put up some data that backed up everything he just said. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to ignore it. Right? I'm going to get into why later, man. Let's finish the content. Shout out to Young Don.
Opinion. This is reality. And this guy, Anton Daniels, look at him looking at her like she's cooking right now.
I don't see anything wrong with anything that she's saying. And
Wow.
more importantly, I guess
Wow.
Think about it. I do the same thing, and respectful Black people do the same thing, and respectful Asians and Latino people that have a family to go home to,
No.
and things that they want to actually see in their lifetime and they want to live to tomorrow, because it's people that don't have anything to live for. And because we know that if you go into ghetto spaces inside of liberal cities, that it's a possibility that it can go left and it can go up. And for white people, it's even worse because they...
Is that what happened to Charlie Kirk? Did Charlie Kirk go to a liberal left city and shit went left? Is that what happened? Oh. No, Charlie Kirk went to a place in Utah that supports the right and lost his motherfucking life. That's what happened. He didn't die at HBCU. He died in Utah. But see, they don't want to keep it 100. Ever since then, they haven't picked up on the fact that there's domestic terrorism going on in our country because, again, I condemn what happened to Charlie Kirk. I condemn his murder. And you know what else I condemn? Domestic terrorism. Because that's what that was. On a college campus where there's no gun or drugs or alcohol allowed, Tyler Robinson brought on a fucking sniper rifle to shoot somebody from 200 yards away. Right in front of a whole bunch of fucking students, causing them trauma for the rest of their lives. Again, bro, the anti-black propaganda, the grifting content, I've been calling this out for years. And truth be told, black people don't give a fuck. They're going to continue to fuck with it. Even at the Young Don video, at my video, at the Lakeisha's video, they're going to go back because they're broken. It's something about them that's broken on the inside. They have broken relationships. No type of relationship with God. No type of relationship that's actually healthy in their lives. So they come to the internet and they look for a daddy. That's the facts.
See y'all as food because now y'all have been made the enemy, and the poster child for the enemy of America has now become the heterosexual white man. And I've always said that
the enemy of America has become the heterosexual white male. How is that even possible when black men are sentenced to twice the time on the same crimes? Black men receive twice the amount of jail time on the same crime that a white man in America does. How is that possible in time for you to say that the heterosexual white male is the biggest villain right now in America? Oh, you talking about like the one that shot Charlie fucking Kirk? You talking about doing like that? Tyler Robinson? We should demonize young boys like him. Is that not what the right wants? Don't the right want us to make sure that people don't get snuffed out and put on a t-shirt for their fucking thought process? Huh? Oh, I forgot. Y'all black grifters, y'all don't really mean what y'all say, so y'all say all kinds of shit. It don't really have no correlation. Right. Let's go.
Well, again, white men pose the greatest risk to white people and white women especially, and so it makes sense that they would be the poster child of violence for white people at the very least.
Exactly. If statistics show, let me go back to that for y'all idiots. If statistics, and shout out to Young Don for actually adding proof and evidence of what the fuck he's talking about. If statistics show that white women are raped mostly by white men, right, at a 66% clip, wouldn't it make sense that they are demonized, right? But I know Anton didn't go to college. I know Anton barely graduated high school, right? That's why you gotta act like you get money online. That's why you gotta act like you in a happy relationship when you not, right? But it's basic, fellas. It's basic, guys. 66% plus 20% plus 14% equals 100%. 66%, let me go into the cash results so you can read that bottom part, of white women were raped by white men who probably don't live in a ghetto, who probably don't live in neighborhoods like Compton and Detroit, right? Or South Central, right? Y'all gotta stop, bro. The anti-black grifting is at an all-time low because y'all don't even bring any facts or stats to back up what you're saying. Nope, you're just going to be an asshole the entire time. Let's keep going.
Sense that they would be the poster child of violence for white people at the very least. Yeah, if you're a black person, if you get murked, more than likely, statistically, it's going to be by a black person. That's the reality of it. But let's not forget that less than 1% of the entire black population is in prison right now. And almost half of them are in there for violent crimes. Furthermore, the grand majority of those crimes are happening in gang-infested, low-income neighborhoods, somewhere where white people typically don't operate.
Exactly. It's almost like, man, shout out to Young Don for being a black man who is well-spoken, right? Well-spoken and actually know how to fucking have a genuine conversation, man. Hey, Chocolate. Shout out to Chocolate for coming over and saying hi to the Sim guy. Shout out to Chocolate. But like, at what point do we stop getting online and spewing propaganda about the black community? At one point do we just say, you know what? No, this is wrong. This is wrong. Black women are not all outside with bonnets on. Black women are not all outside twerking, you know what I'm saying, at the airport with bonnets on, acting ratchet. As a matter of fact, a lot of these characteristics we can find in white women and in white men. But let's keep going, man.
8 out of 10 white victims of murder are killed by white men. What rationalization is there for you as a white person to be afraid of black people, to just use this broad brush and say black people are dangerous? She's talking about wanting to make it home safely, yet she gets in a car every day to go wherever she's going. She has a greater chance of dying in a car accident than being killed by a black person.
And again, we use stats and data to back up our information and our points. The relative likelihood of death for a white woman per year, as you guys can see, it's at 5.6 out of every 100,000 for car crashes, and is at 0.85 out of every 100,000 by being murdered by a black man. White women are not being murdered by black men. Y'all gotta understand that, right? It's a lie. Period. We don't want to have any more disingenuous conversations. We only want to have genuine conversations only, right? The more genuine the conversation is, the more God has continued to bless me. And shout out to my wife for just joining the chat. And shout out to my brother Ronnie Ryan over there on Instagram. Let's keep going.
Is she going to stop driving in cars now? Of course not. Because she's just racist. That's all she is. And Anton Daniels, he's co-signing it because he's a raccoon. Now, that's video number 1. We don't need to hear him rationalize this bullshit any further. He's already co-signed this statement, which I've already debunked with viciousness. Now, let's take a deeper dive and really explore Anton's anti-black woman ideology.
This is where it's going to get really interesting, guys. This is where it's going to get really fucking interesting, because O'Shea Du Jackson in his recent video said, well, Anton has a black wife. He has a black daughter. I said that from the beginning. I've said, Anton, because you don't have a black son, because your lineage is not going to be passed on, because you have a black wife, a black daughter, I'm talking about blacker than night, right? Wouldn't it be appropriate for you to represent, to have your wife represent the entirety of black women and not Meg Thee Stallion or Sexy Red TV? Can we have a conversation about the Divine Nine? Can we have a conversation about the fact that the majority of black doctors that work in America graduated from HBCUs? Can we have that conversation? Right? Can we have a conversation about black men being in politics, black men being in different fields, whether it's medicine, whether it's coding, technology, cybersecurity, and black women? Nope. According to him, black culture is trash, and that was always originally my biggest point with him, was that black culture is not trash, but black people in the culture who critique the culture like you is trash. That's the real facts. That's the real tea. But I'm gonna let Young Don break it down and break down how Anton Daniels feel about black women. Watch this.
This man hates black women. If we search the term black women on Anton's channel, let's see what we see.
Okay. Hold on, Young Don. Let me see. We're gonna go to Anton channel. We're gonna do it live. Let's see what we see. Let's go to Anton channel. Now let's search black bitches. That's how that nigga really feel. Black women. Okay. Let's read through a few. Okay. I know I want to make sure we see the whole thing so I can read it all. There we go. Black women have treated me the worst. Pro-black young man on why black girls, on why he preferred girls outside his race. Black women says Aisha Curry should have had a hoe phase into her 30s instead of marrying Steph Curry. All destructive kids are black. Let me read this again. All destructive kids are black. Substitute teacher woman says the culture, single mothers failed. Aisha Curry should have had a hoe phase. Black woman giving bad advice to Steph wife on men. White girl says she's tired of black women race baiting, saying black men weak for talking to them. Hold on, I gotta read this one again, because I'm sorry, I'm reading like E-Black TV today. White girl says she's tired of black women race baiting, saying black men weak for talking to them. Black women are overwhelmed with herpes. Let me read that again. Black women are overwhelmed with herpes. Woman says no one is coming for you. Talk black man. Leave us all alone, black woman says. More than 300,000 black women are either fired or face layoffs, lost their jobs, or facing eviction. Black woman says liberals are hurting blacks. Y'all need to get a job, not start a business. Black woman mad at Tabitha Smith. I mean, I can keep going, right? Black women bosses are hard to work for. Black woman says she'd rather work for the white man. Black women treat her poorly in corporate America. Black women are obsessed with hood niggas. I'm gonna keep going with Anton. This is Anton Daniels titles, guys. Black women are mad. Black men want us more. White women says they'll call her racist, but it's true. Black women are mad at Tabitha Brown for telling them to get a job when they're broke with no business. This is just in the last 4 months. That's just in the last 4 months, guys. You see what I'm saying? My wife said, damn, he really don't like black women at all. But yet, he makes so much money off black women propaganda. And we're going to get into that because, you know, Lucki did her video about how she felt about it, and she didn't really stand on business either. Right? Everybody, when it's come to Anton, they always wanted to go 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And like I told my wife, I learned that the same women that get on here and say women shouldn't be charging nothing for dates, you only fuck with Anton because of the money, and even he know it. Even he know it. Right? But let's see what Young Don found when he found, you know, Anton talking about black women. Let's see what he got.
Black men that date white women are weak. Woman says she's tired of black women's race baiting hate. White girl says she's tired of black women race baiting, saying black men weak for talking to them. Right, so black women, they're race baiters. Black woman says they are #1 for herpes. It's an emergency to get their health in order. Black woman says she is tired of being nice to black men, don't want to speak in the grocery stores. Black women are overwhelmed with herpes. Wow, really beating that drum, huh? Woman says no one is coming to save you, talk black men. Now, from the first video, we already know.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
But yet, right, when black women get online and black women say that, and this is why a lot of times when my wife goes so hard on black men, and even when sometimes I feel it's unwarranted, and it, you know, sometimes it even affects me and it impacts me, I have to give her grace because there's so many black men that are doing exactly what Anton said. I mean, no, it's very fucking degrading. It's extremely degrading to the point where why would any black woman want to continue to support us? Why would any black woman? That's why I like the conversation I was trying to have with Jazz, or I was going to have with her, but I just haven't had the time to, really, to be honest. Even if he's paying you, my dear, I mean, what do black women get out of it by working with black men who continuously spew anti-black woman propaganda? But let's see more what Young Don got. We're gonna need 8 minutes in. This is a 54-minute critique that he has released, and good for him.
Anton is an anti-black just sellout, right? But
he's definitely a sellout, and that's something that Lucki talked about. And I'm hoping that she don't fucking strike me on her video. But at the end of the day, she did do a very good job breaking down the sellout part. Everything else, she kind of didn't stand on business. Go ahead and time out Bebop. Go ahead and time out Bebop. Go ahead and give him a 24-hour package. Somebody go ahead and get Bebop out of here. Go ahead and get that nigga the 24-hour package. We don't play about black women over here, my nigga. I don't know. This is not Anti-Stream, big dog. Nigga, this is Simp Nation. You get blocked over here for talking about black women, bitch. The fuck you thought this was, nigga? The black woman is God. Do you not know who I am, nigga? I'm the simp God, nigga. Put some motherfucking respect on black women name. Don't you ever bring your bitch ass back over here in my chat and say anything else outside of the black woman is God, nigga. Straight up. You blocked, nigga. You don't even get it. You get blocked for life, nigga. Fuck off my chat, nigga. That goofy ass shit. Wanna hear that shit? What's up, Jazz? Jazz said, what's up, fam? Shout out to Jazz Noel. Make sure y'all go, let me put her channel in the chat. Make sure y'all go tap in. She's actually somebody who's on Anton's panel regularly, right? And she's the only reason, truthfully, why I genuinely watch Anton now. Like, if she's on the panel, I'm gonna watch because she's gonna be the only person that gives any pushback at all, right? And knowing Anton as long as I've known Anton since 2020, those relationships don't usually last, right? Between him and Kayla.com, right? Him and Queen Sheba, him and B Taylor. But you know what? Instead of me talking to y'all about it, I'll just show y'all. I put Jazz channel in the chat. She said she's planning on doing a reaction video to this as well. Enough is enough. I mean, yeah. Listen, Jazz, we support you 100%. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, we live north of Chicago up here in Zion. Y'all got our support 1,000%. So anything you need from us, tap in. Let's get back to the video. Shout out to Young Don. I'm gonna put his link in the chat too if anybody want to react to his video.
He does lean more towards bashing black women because he started off more as like a red pill financial guru grifter. And so he's attracted a large black male audience. He blew up doing like a dozen interviews with Charleston White. The grand majority of his content within the last 3 to 4 years have been focused on bashing black women. You can just go through his catalog and see for yourself. It's terrible, man. And so not only is he bashing black women, though, he does it in such a way as to try and turn black men against black women. His content appeals to other.
That's the worst part. This is why I like where Young Don was going with this, because he was keeping it 1,000, bro. He was keeping it 1,000, bro. Right? Now, Young Don, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to give you a clip, right? I'm going to give you a clip. Let me put the link in the chat for you because I know big content creators, they always come over and they watch. So make sure you come over and check this video out. So I got the video of Anton saying, fuck them kids, fuck black women. We're going to throw black women out with the bath water, yada, 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 bro. I mean, I just couldn't believe that he was saying this shit, right? Now let me make sure, 'cause I got my video, but I don't even want to go to my reaction. I want to show you the actual one, bro, so you can actually see it for yourself, right? Let me go to Lapeef real quick, and I drop JR on channel in the chat too. I don't got no problem with JR. He from Chicago. Shout out to JR. Let me put his up. Anton goes off. All right, this is it right here. All right, I gotta actually say this video here so I cannot lose it again. All right, so let me show you this video. Young Don Reacts and Jazz, for you if you want to link to this chat. This is JR's. I'm gonna put it Lapeef video. I'm gonna put that video in the chat again. Shout out to JR. But let me show you what Anton said in this situation, and this is gonna correlate back to what Lucki was saying today, right? And again, I just don't understand why Lucki's a baby mama, B Taylor's a baby mama, Lady Chan's a baby mama, Precious a baby mama. It's all black women who are mothers to black children, and they allow niggas like Anton to say this, and they continue to work with them. Let's watch.
Peel the band-aid off all the way. Let's peel. You think? No. Let's really peel the band-aid off. Let's peel the band-aid off all the way. Let's peel the band-aid off all the way. I go to work every fucking day. I pay more taxes than I have to.
Not Medicaid.
No. Because now you want to overtalk me. Now you want to overtalk me. I pay more than I have to because I have to take care of a group of people. I have to now be responsible for bad decisions that women make because they fed into feminism and they sold themselves out. They sold their souls to the white woman to fuck up their families, and now they trying to remove themselves from holding themselves accountable for the people that they open up their legs to. I gotta pay for that shit. Is my fault? Because I live in a society where y'all pick the fucking president. Y'all policies, you pick these dumbass politicians. Y'all making all of the decisions of what's going on in the country, and now y'all want to remove all responsibility that comes along with it. Y'all pick the politicians. Y'all the determining factor for whether or not we gonna have these fucked up policies that's going on. We got all of these stupid Democrats in office, continuing to raise the taxes so we can pay for these badass kids, and we can continue to fund the prison industrial complex that y'all breeding them in. and I have to be responsible for it? Come on, man. At some point, y'all gonna have to look in the mirror and take responsibility and say, yo, we got to do better as a community of women. Because even if every single guy that is a good guy decide that they want to exercise big discipline, the majority of the dudes that y'all picking to have kids with is the worst of society. And then y'all want to come on later and say, hey, be Boyce Watkins and save us. Fuck y'all and y'all kids and everything that them kids stand for. Because Biden
homeless. What do you say? Hold the fuck on now.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
But wait, there's more. Let's go.
Then y'all want to come on later and say, hey, be Boyce Watkins and save us. Fuck y'all and y'all kids and everything that them kids stand for. Because Biden
fuck y'all and them kids and everything that them kids stand for. Right? But it's not fuck Anton's daughter, right? Right? If I said that, that'd be a problem. Then it'd be big bad Darrel. Right? Now we being disrespectful. Now we going too far. I thought we kept kids out of it. But when I go talk to other men about this, right? Because I can't hold Jazz accountable. I can't hold women accountable, and I don't wish to. I'm a sent God. I wish to hold men accountable. Ali. Ilkhan Ali. When you turn 40 years old, you made a baby out of wedlock. You made a woman into a baby mama. So now Anton has to pay for your bad choices. But I forgot, he don't want to hold men accountable. Only women have children. It's not that men are impregnating women. It's not that men are not pulling out the fucking coochie and making babies and then coming to Anton Daniels and complaining, just like we got video of Ilkhan Ali doing. But these type of clips is the reason why I was going at y'all so goddamn heavy. You know what? Let me show y'all what else he said. He said, fuck the kids and fuck y'all black women and everything y'all kids stand for. What else you got to say?
It's not my big discipline. The majority of the dudes that y'all picking to have kids with is the worst of society. And then y'all want to come on later and say, hey, be Boyce Watkins and save us. Fuck y'all and y'all kids and everything that them kids stand for. Because Biden, it's not my responsibility, and you need to own that shit and suck that shit up, go to work, do whatever you got to do like a man got to do. Because let me tell you something, the family court law, they don't even care about whether or not the man can afford it. If he don't come up with that money, he going to jail. I don't see that happening to women. Y'all want equal, but it ain't equal. Because it ain't equal responsibility. It ain't equal in the family court law. And you know how I know it ain't equal? Because at the same time that y'all advocating for more feminism, more equal rights for equal play, y'all advocating against family court laws and updating the laws that wasn't even designated or allocated for y'all in the first place. It wasn't even meant for y'all.
This is a nigga that's been married to the same woman, hitting the same pussy forever. Don't know nothing about no family court laws, bro. You want me to tell you what I know about family court laws as a real father around this bitch? I can tell you exactly what happened to me. My wife in the chat right now, I got custody of my daughter. I never had these situations, right? So let me tell y'all what I would tell them. Whenever I was on Fight Club with Anton and we be talking about fucking child support, all this bullshit, paternity court, I said, bro, when my daughter was born, I signed a birth certificate. At the time I wasn't married. I'm married now. At the time I wasn't married, right? And when her mother and I had disagreements on how we was going to raise the child, I went to the judge and I got something called an ex parte. Let me put that in the chat for the niggas that want to watch from the clouds. Ex parte motion, okay? And with an ex parte motion, if you're able to show that you are a dependable parent, the judge will render a verdict in 24 to 48 hours and give you either sole custody, physical joint custody of the child, right? It just so happened that at the time, my daughter mom wasn't working, et cetera, et cetera. So they granted me full custody of her. It's just that simple. A lot of the times when I talk to black bandits about their experiences with the child care court system, and they blame it on black women and say black women sold their lives to white women so they can raise broken homes. What's really happening is you niggas are not fucking going to court. And the main example of this, I'm gonna use my man Beans. Shout out to Beans. He from Cabrini's. If you from Chicago, you know about the Cabrini's, right? But I talked to Beans about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, and he was like, yeah, I never went to court because I feel like I shouldn't have to fight for my child. I should have to spend extra money for my child. And that's the attitude that a lot of black men have. And Anton knows this because the lead attorney, who was a black man, who was a divorce attorney for the last 20 years, he came online and said that black men, when they come to him in a divorce, they say just give the wife, the kids, every goddamn thing because they don't even want to fight. So let's stop acting like the court system favors one side. No, one side is just weak as fuck. That's the facts. What Nona says, this is bogus. My wife says the matter of the system, the girl, she said the system, women do not control the system. The white men do. That one stuff be kicking my wife ass. The Siri, they be kicking her ass. My wife says, no, you don't have to pay for anything. The father is supposed to pay for it. But it seems like you have misdirected your anger towards the black woman who was impregnated by a black man, the father. I agree. If you're a father and you're not taking care of your children, then it's fuck you, period, bro. I work too damn hard. I work 6 days a week, every goddamn day to make sure my kids get fed. If you can't do the same, then it's fuck you. I don't want to hear no excuses. Jazz says he is literally just ranting and spewing misogyny. Nothing he said is actually facts. Nothing. Anton don't use facts. Anton, Jazz, as you have made him aware on his own show, he's incapable of using facts. That's why he attacked you and started talking about your vagina that day instead of actually having a conversation about what the fuck the topic was. But you know what? Let's go.
I took advantage of the system. Y'all fucking up our community. It's y'all fault.
Do you think it's equal or they're fighting for superiority? I just wanted to, based on what you was
full of the devil. That's what they are.
I would say.
Did somebody steal your wheels recently?
When a woman is broke, she gets government assistance.
Hey, Mr. Let go. Shut the fuck up. Like, this is the one time, the one rare iota of a moment where me and Ali have purposes that align. Right now, we both want you to shut the fuck up, and this is the one time Ali is right. Shut the fuck up. Let go. Before I expose how the woman sitting to the left of you, the real precious, you proposed to her live on YouTube only to get rejected, bitch. I'm so tired of y'all manosphere bandits.
Mr. Lego, you can't do that no more. You can't do that no more. You can't do that no more. You cannot do that no more. You're not doing that this show. No, you're not.
Really, in order to get benefit,
his butt hurt.
No, they can literally. No. Think about it. They can literally take a man's take a man and put his name on a birth certificate in order to get benefits for it, and he's responsible for that child, even if the federal government know that it's not his kid.
That's literally not true. And me and Anton are both from Michigan. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Go ahead and time out that Lauren girl. Anyway, let me go and show y'all a real fact. All right. Let me show you guys a real fact. So at the end of the day, Anton is a liar. You cannot, women are not going around putting fathers' names on fucking birth certificates. What he's talking about is dad by default. All right. Now, dad by default refers to a man legally considered the father of a child he did not biologically father. Right now, let's go to Michigan. They have a whole new look. In 2012, the Revocation of Parental Act aimed to address this issue. Right, there is no more dad by default laws. That shit ended. It's over. It's been gone since 2017. There is no more dad by default laws in Michigan on the books where a woman can just put a nigga name down and they gonna find him and automatically take his money. It was true in the past. It is not a thing now. So let's stop acting. And yes, babe, it was a Michigan law, right? And to be honest, it does apply in other states. There are states where that, you know what? Let me look it up. I don't want to misspeak. I hate misspeaking. I really do. So let's look up dad by default states. So yeah, in Michigan, we have the Revocation of Parentage Act. The Revocation of Parentage Act, which allows for challenges to paternities and provide time limits for men to act to establish or dispute biological paternity. But there are states where this isn't a thing, right? That's just a fact. There are states where women can do this. It says many states have laws that make a man dad by default, either by not requiring mandatory paternity testing or by making it difficult to undo a paternity order once it's established. And that's the biggest one. That was the biggest one, is once the paternity order is established, sometimes even if the court got the order and said, well, he's not the father, well, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Yeah. Big white man pulling your car, black man. We don't give a fuck. What you gonna do about it? I'm about to go online and blame black women on Anton Daniels' show. But I'm the one who's doing it. The white man doing it to you. But really, it's the black woman still. It's not you, Judge. You good, Judge. It's the black woman. Let's finish out the rest of that clip and then go back to YoungDonReacts, because it was absolutely insane. I mean, I just can't believe that black people are still fucking with raccoons like Anton.
Is men going to jail today for child support for kids that's not even theirs?
Not even theirs.
That's crazy. And y'all want to sit here and have conversations with us about responsibility? First, you're going to have to come to the table in honesty and in truth and being real about the situation that y'all putting these guys in and y'all putting yourselves in. Y'all can't even come and be honest with who y'all are, and y'all want us to be able to support y'all and protect y'all and hold y'all down and marry y'all. And then y'all wondering why black men is divesting themselves against these women. What makes you think that they want to be with y'all and y'all not even honest with yourselves and coming to the table honestly? We don't even ask nothing from y'all. We don't ask y'all to do nothing for us. We don't ask y'all to bring money to the table. We don't ask y'all to support us. We don't ask shit from y'all. All we are is
hold the fuck on. The lies. I wish I had my candy meme. The lies. Anton, boy, I'm this close to telling everybody the truth about you. So you gonna sit up here and act like Rita wasn't paying half the bills when y'all was doing that podcast? You gonna sit up here and act like when you rented that Bentley and put all your money into those 2 failed soul food restaurants, right? To which you took out damn near $1 million fucking line of credit, right? Do you forget that that's public record and we exposed it, and the 2 white boys that you owe the money to? Black men get on here on a daily basis and tell black women that they have to pay bills. They can't just be pretty. They can't just be feminine. They got to participate in the household too. And that's another thing, right? When you telling women to raise children, cook and clean, fold and clothes, bitch, that is money. That's time. I would tell black men this, right? Okay, you telling her that she's supposed to do all of this shit. Do you know how much that shit gonna cost you if you go get somebody to do that shit? Go hire a maid, go hire a chef, go hire a daycare center. I pay $3,000 a month in daycare alone. So go ahead and do all that shit. And when you figure out how much that shit costs, it's damn near about $10,000 a month. And you want a bitch to do that for free?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
This is why people thought that Rita was a slave. I ain't trying to talk about her too much, Anton. I know that's your little trigger button. Talking about your wife, which I understand. I don't like nobody talking about my wife either, so fair enough. Now that I'm married, I genuinely understand it. But she still seemed like a slave. It is what it is, bro. I'm in Chicago. You know where to find me. It is what it is. So let's keep going. We only got about four more minutes of this one, and I'm going back to Young Don.
And the 8 ball, because we continue to subject ourselves to the very person that we lay next to is really our enemy, because they won't even be honest with what it is that they bring into the table. You bring in lies, deceits, irresponsibility, and you're looking to get saved, and you're looking to retire. All they do is use us. They don't actually add value. You want to know what's real?
No, this is my favorite part. Ooh, this is my favorite part. I I love this part because it highlights who Anton really is. They're using us. They're looking to retire off us. No, they're using you. They're using you. I know I'm going to speak for Jazz, even though she's never said this, and I might be wrong. She can correct me if I'm wrong. But I know she don't fuck with you. We know she don't fuck with you. She being paid. Just like the women before her. Yes. Women use you all the time. Island Girl Q, child, she been using you for years. Island Girl Q been using you for years. And then going back outside, being a thought, letting niggas put dick in her, all kind of shit, prioritizing her career before marriage, all of that shit. Then she come back to you and say, I don't think women should prioritize their career. They should be submissive and just find somebody to be good to and shut the fuck up and then get an average man. Meanwhile, she's collecting more money from you than most women do from they nigga. But I'm not even going to attack you today. I'm going to let her breathe.
Looking to retire. All they do is use us. They don't actually add value. You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that...
Can you tell us, Anton? Let me put it on the big screen, Anton. Can you tell us what's wrong with the black community, Anton? Please. Please.
All they do is use us. They don't actually add value. You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than a white man ever has. She's more.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Did you just say that the black woman is a bigger enemy and a bigger threat than the white man ever has been? Let me go back, because maybe I misheard my Detroit, Michigander brother, Anton Daniels.
More of an enemy. Want to know what's... You bringing lies, deceits, irresponsibility, and you're looking to get saved, and you looking
to slow it down too, just a tad bit.
To retire. All they do is use us. They don't actually add value. You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than a white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community.
Shut up, silly woman.
Oh my God. Is that what we're doing now? Is it a fact that black women are the biggest threat to the black society ever? No, it's not, Anton Daniels. And you know goddamn well it's not. But you're angry at black women because they don't choose you. You're angry at women like Jazz. I'm gonna go out and say it, because you want a woman like her instead of your wife. Yeah. We gotta tell the truth about you, Anton. Now I'm going to bring up the video later on of you flirting with Island Girl Q again. Uh-oh. Ooh, shit. Some tea is spilling onto the chat. Lady Jazz Noel says, I was paid once, and that was only after I called him out because every super chat, they had my name in it, and I demanded a tip. LOL. He sent me the money right there on the spot. Yeah, he's good for the money stuff. And I think you should be paid. I think you should be on salary. That's a fact. He definitely pays them. We know this. But thank you for confirming. And on the after hours show, but not the Monday panels. Isn't that Q show? You know what? Don't compromise your bag fucking with me, my lady. Don't compromise your bag. Okay? But I appreciate the tea. I knew this. Back in the day, he was working with a girl from Chicago named the KA Show, who works with Lapeef, and Tawana, who's also, I think she's from like Oak Park or Oak Hill. Oak something. I'm not from Illinois. But at the end of the day, she came to my show when we did cammed up shows, and she talked about how she wasn't paid, and then she was paid, and then he tried to make them contracts. There's a whole bunch of shit. But let's get back to the video. Shout out to Anton for being a bandit.
Because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that whole said done, and then say, well, what about
hold on. Hold on, Anton. You're moving too fast for me, buddy.
The kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. And then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that hoe out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just.
Did this brother just say, fuck them kids, fuck the women, throw the women out with the bathwater, meaning to drown the women to death? And he even added in the poor little black babies? The fuck? But this is what I'm talking about. This is the one that Lucki wanted to follow. B. Taylor wanted to follow. Ali wanted to follow. Fatty wanted to follow. Lapeef wanted to follow. Bruiser wanted to follow. This is the man. And this is why, truthfully, I was talking to my mentor, and she kind of told me to take a different lane. And I'm gonna cover exactly what she told me to, because I'm an obedient mentee. Right? She told me to jump, I'm gonna ask how high. It's just that simple with me and her relationship. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I still gotta cover shit like this, because my love for black women and my love for black people, it made me go at niggas and go at anybody that has anti-black propaganda on their shows. It is what it is. That's where we at. Shout out to Young Don. Let's continue this video.
And looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that hoe out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and then fix the community that way.
Okay. That's Anton's solution. Throw the baby out with the bathwater, get a whole new group of women. And when I would talk to Anton, I would just simply ask him, would that include his daughter and his wife as well? Are we throwing them out with the bathwater too? I just want to know. Right? Who get to select what bloodlines we throw in the bathwater? But when they say, oh, we just trying to fix the black community, we're just trying to hold the black community accountable. No, you're not. You're a tool for the white community to push racist, anti-black propaganda and rhetoric. And you always have been that. Since I called you out about black culture years ago, and I still got that video too. Let's go, man.
Because we tired of these
hoes. I can't relate. I don't know if this is like a personal thing.
No, it's real. I'm not the problem in the community. I'm married to my woman. I've been married for almost 19 years. I never had a child out of wedlock, and I still got to look at my paycheck and say, who the fuck is these little kids?
Have you actually know?
I still got to look at my paycheck and say, who the fuck are these little kids? Is that what happens when y'all look at y'all paychecks? Are y'all only playing? Is it only black children? Because maybe I'm wrong. So now I got to go to my trusted friend, Gemini, right? Because I don't know everything. And I might be wrong sometimes. So let's see how wrong I am. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Gemini, I was watching Anton Daniels today, and he said that all of my taxes from my paychecks are going to black children. Is that accurate?
Based on information about how federal taxes are used, the statement you heard from Anton Daniels is not accurate. Anton Daniels is a YouTuber and entrepreneur who focuses on topics like personal finance and self-improvement. While he provides content on these subjects, his statement about taxes is not supported by official sources.
Damn.
Federal taxes from paychecks, which include Federal Income Tax and Federal Insurance Contributions Act, FICA taxes, Social Security and Medicare, are used to fund a wide range of government programs and services for the entire population. These include Social Security provides retirement, disability, and survivor benefits to all eligible Americans, regardless of race or background. Medicare provides health coverage for people age 65 or older, certain younger people with disabilities, and individuals with permanent kidney failure. Federal government operations. This is the largest portion of federal spending and covers things like national defense, foreign affairs, law enforcement, and interest on the national debt. Other social programs. Federal tax revenue also funds programs related to unemployment, public goods, and services for the benefit of the entire community.
Oh, so once again, we do the Gemini test, is what I call it, the Gemini test, to see if what you're saying is accurate. And it's not. It's
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Bro, can you please stop the cap, nigga? Your checks is not going to black children. Your checks is going to law enforcement. Your checks is going to ICE. Your checks is going to national defense. Your checks is going to foreign affairs defense. Your checks is going to the interest on the national debt. Your checks is paying for Medicare for people over 65, right? To provide health coverage for them. Your checks is going to Social Security, right? Stop making it seem like your checks is only going to fucking little black ghetto kids. Jazz, I'll hit you up on Instagram after the show, and I'll be more than happy to show you how to do it. I promise you. I'll hit you up on Instagram. But I use Gemini, I use Claude, and obviously ChatGPT. But I use Claude the most. I use Gemini probably second the most. But I'll do a whole. I'll show you how to do everything with Gemini, right? Because the reason why I use Gemini is because these nakers and these bandits will come online and spew misogynistic, anti-black rhetoric and propaganda and think that nobody's going to check them. Well, guess what, bitch? The simp god is here. Period. Bro, I got 2 black daughters. I got 2 black daughters growing up in this society. I'll be damned. I'll be damned if they got to grow up in here anti-black propaganda and know that they daddy wasn't doing nothing. You got me fucked up.
Decade right here.
Where most of your taxes are going, because most of your taxes is going to Medicare,
to you,
not Medicare.
To you.
Nigga, Anton's a demon. Because B. Taylor's a baby mama, he told her most of my taxes go into you. To you. To you. When we can clearly see that's not true. Not to mention, B. Taylor has more education than anybody else on the panel, and it's not even comparable. B. Taylor has her master's in broadcast journalism. She breaks some of the biggest stories in the country. Did y'all know that when the Brit girl, I forgot, listen, I don't know her name. I know she was from Africa or some shit. She was Somalian or whatever. I call her the brick lady. When a brick lady was arrested for allegedly lying, it was B. Taylor who broke the story nationally. Come on, we got to stop playing with people. You know what? Let me keep going.
To you.
Single mothers. Single mothers. Single.
It don't let go. Shut the fuck up before we expose how your father didn't even raise you. So if anything, Mr. Let Go, since you want to speak, let me give you a little 5 seconds. You was raised by a single mother, right? The reason why you had clothes on your back, the reason why you had a hot meal every night, bitch, was because a single mother provided that for you. Mr. Let Go Sr. was a bum ass nigga. Mr. Let Go Sr. didn't raise you. You didn't know this man. And before you open your mouth and say simp God is lying, do know that I have the clip of you talking to Cynthia G about you and your fucking childhood and how your father wasn't there. Be careful. You've been warned.
No. Because what you're not gonna do is group me in there. Because none of y'all know my business or my personal life or what I got going on. Other than what I show y'all. Y'all don't know what I got going on.
B. Taylor owns like a 5-bedroom house down there in Texas. Anton don't even own a fucking house. He stayed in the apartment. You know, I'm not gonna put it. You know, I'm not gonna put like all his business out there. But the whole point is this: the nigga stay in the apartment. I stay in the 4-bedroom house right now. Anton's a bum. Let go. He even more poor than Anton. And unlike Anton, because Anton had his father in his life and he still came out fucked up. Let go. You proposed to Precious. Let me put it on the big screen so everybody can see it. You proposed to Precious and she didn't want you, nigga. She didn't want you. You know what? Let me not even throw her business out there. Let me keep going.
Y'all don't know what's happening over here or with my children.
B. Taylor, calm down. Stand down. Stand down. Stand down. We're not talking about.
Look, and this is what they used to do. This is why. Let me go back to Young Don video because I got so much time here. Let me go back to Young Don video. I wanted to add that to the context that he was given because just to tell the audience where we at this point in the video, Young Don is breaking down Anton Daniels' anti-black rhetoric against black women. Let's go.
They're black men who also hate black women. And so even if there is any amount of truth to the things that he's saying, because again, the best lies have a little bit of truth woven into it. I'm not going to pretend as if there isn't anything true about anything he says about the black women he's criticizing. The reality is the grand majority of black women are good, decent, kind, sweet people. But if you watch,
that's the facts. That's the facts. Matter of fact, shout out to Young Don, man.
Period. 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 Period.
The majority of black women that I come across are feminine. The majority of black women I come across, they love black men. The majority of black women I come across, they submit to black men. They're married to black men. My wife is a black woman. She's married to me. Jazz in the chat, she has a black man. Right? At the end of the day, Anton himself is with a black woman that's with a black man. Right? JR was married to a black woman, has black children. Let's call it what it is. Y'all don't like black women because it makes y'all money. Y'all took a lane and chose to shit on black women and talk about what y'all believe is the worst of all women, which is black women in y'all opinion. And to me, that's so disingenuous. Yes. Hey, Young Don. See, hey, look. Shout out to Jazz, Young Don. Try to get her on your show, bro, because you know she actually has worked with Anton recently. Maybe that's something that you might be interested in, you know, because my show is small, but I know how to reach other people. I've been on here for a very long time. And I tagged everybody, including the YoungDonReacts channel, both in this description and on my post on my wall. Young Don, this young lady Jazz is highly intelligent. She's pro-black. She's with a black man. I think that maybe you should reach out to her and you guys collaborate. Let's go.
Watch Anton's channel, you would swear that black women are just the spawn of Satan, bro. Black women says they are the most educated, just like to be ghetto, fake lashes, and wear bonnets.
The fuck? Anton, like, what the fuck, bro? Shout out to Young Don for calling this shit out. Black women says they're the most educated, just like to be ghetto, fake lashes, and wear bonnets. The fact is this, Anton. Black women are out earning black men in every degree, whether it's a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, MD, you name it, a doctoral degree, a juris degree, you name it. Black women are out earning black men at every fucking level. And you, of all people, should know that when you go outside every day, you don't see women in fake lashes and bonnets. That's just not true. But instead, you want to make it seem like all black women are a certain type of way and continue to perpetuate the negative stereotypes that have negatively impacted black women for generations now. Let's keep going.
What the fuck is wrong with bonnets and fake lashes? Do you know that white women wear these things too? White women wear fake eye.
Bro, Don, as a fan of the fashion industry, the fashion industry can't survive off just black women. The fashion industry is $1 billion industry. They sell fake lashes, fake hair, all that shit to white women every single day, bro. Every single day, white women are getting their hair extensions because they don't call them weave no more. They're called extensions now. Child. You can't make this shit up. Let's keep going, man.
Lashes, they wear weave. Although white women, they call them hair extensions. I mean, just look.
Look, I ain't even see this clip, and we on the same bro.
Look, check it out on Amazon. Believe it or not, a lot of white women you see walking around are walking around with weave in their head. Again.
Exactly. And then, if you buying weave off Amazon, you a true demon. You a true Caucasus Mountain. Okay? Because, listen, if you're buying weave off Amazon, oh my God. OMG.
And they just call them hair extensions. See, this one has 23,000 reviews. But if you search for black weave, check this out. The weave with the most reviews on Amazon only has 3,200. And so white women are buying more weave on Amazon than black women. Now you could...
Bro, shout out to Young Don for bringing the facts, showing you guys, again, white women buy weave, or my bad, white women buy hair extensions on a daily basis. They're spending billions of dollars getting their face reconstruction, getting BBLs to try to look like black women, to try to get the natural aesthetics that black women were born with. Kylie Jenner went from a regular fucking white girl to big ass lips and fat ass titties and a big ass booty. Why? Because she knows that that's what appeals to black men. She couldn't look like how she used to look and appeal to black men. She looked like a fucking white girl before and after surgery. Let me see if I can find it before and after the surgery. Yeah. Nah. She wasn't hitting. Let me just show y'all this quick little side by side. Matter of fact, can I download this picture real quick? Yeah, boy. I'm just that good. I am just that good, y'all. Let me show y'all this. This woman went from looking like what you see on the left to what you see on the right. You trying to tell me she don't got no hair extensions? You don't see no plastic surgery? You don't see no lip fillers? You don't see makeup? Nigga, her whole fucking face changed. The fuck is you talking about? What's up, Nay? I don't even want to do shit like this. But you know, a black man gonna say, yeah, Kylie Jenner, she bad as hell, cuz. She bad as... Whole shit fake. I was telling one of my coworkers, because there was a new girl that came into our job, and she had a BBL. It was obvious. She was a pretty girl, but BBL for days. My coworker was like, man, all the niggas about to be on her. I said, you know what, dog? I don't even... Now, before I'm married, that's first of all. But more importantly, even if I was single as fuck, ready to mingle like a motherfucker, I wouldn't fuck with no girl, no BBL, no facial. I don't like that shit. But they act like, to the conversation, black women are out here buying weeds. If you ask Anton, only black women are out here doing all this other shit. When we got clear examples that white women are out here participating in the same exact shit, bro. You can't make this shit up. They don't want to know the truth. They want to be told lies and continue to spread lies. Bandits.
Say black women, this isn't where black women like to get their weave, and that's probably true. But the point I'm making is white women wear fake hair. They wear whatever the
they do it all the time. All the time. My bad.
Asian women do it. Hispanic women wear false lashes. White women get their nails done. They put on fake nails. They do it all too. But it doesn't stop there. White women get fake tits and fake.
Bro, I just showed Kylie. Me and this nigga on the same, bro, we thinking just alike. White women didn't want no Kylie Jenner until, I mean, black men didn't want no Kylie Jenner when she was on some regular white girl shit, on some Avril Lavigne type shit. She was a basic ass white girl. Period. Basic as hell. Bro, nobody was checking for her, bro. Same thing with her sister. Except goofy ass Ray J. Child, let me get me started on that nigga. There's always some weak black men that the rest of us got to put in place first before we get any respect. We can't get no respect until y'all in check first. So that's why I got to do it. We here now. Let's keep going, man. Shout out to Young Don.
Ass to have a body that is more common amongst black women. They paint their skin to be darker.
Don't even get me started, bro. This nigga cooking. Don't even get me started on the white girls with the fucking tans, bro. Oh. Bro, he couldn't be more right, bro. They sit in an artificial sun, burn themselves so they can look fucking darker. Then, look at this shit, bro. This shit, it looked disgusting. Shit looked disgusting, bro. I've never been attracted. This is why I don't date they type. That's why I always stayed away from them. So you about to get fake boobs, fake titties, lip injections, fake skin darkening technology. The fuck? Oh yeah, I gotta go to the tanning bed. So you really sit there and burn to a crisp till your shit darken. To what purpose? Again, because I don't know. I need to go to my friend Gemini. God damn it. Gemini, can you explain to me why white women are going to tanning beds and darkening their skin?
The desire for white people, particularly women, to get a tan and darken their skin is a complex phenomenon rooted in a mix of cultural, psychological, and perceived health factors.
Damn.
Cultural and historical context. Historically, pale skin was the ideal of beauty and a sign of wealth in many Western cultures. A light complexion indicated that a person did not have to work outdoors in the sun and could afford a leisurely indoor lifestyle.
Damn.
Tan skin, conversely, was associated with manual labor and the lower classes. This cultural perspective shifted dramatically in the 1920s. Fashion icon Coco Chanel is often credited with popularizing the tan after she returned from a vacation with a sun-kissed look. The new ideal of a tan began to symbolize a life of leisure, vacation, and health. This trend was further cemented by the post-war economic boom, which allowed for increased leisure time, travel, and a rising beach culture. Tanning became a mainstream beauty ideal in Western cultures, and this cultural shift led to the development of tanning products and, later, indoor tanning beds. Psychological.
Ciao. So Coco Chanel came back from a vacation. She got a tan, and now all you white bitches and got tans too. You can't make this shit up.
That's fake. They're artificially augmenting their body in a way to make them look more like people of a different race, yet they're not demonized for it. But if a black woman puts in a little bit of weave, if she does a little work on her body, if she wears false eyelashes, if she wears fake nails, for some reason, she's demonized for it.
Exactly. Meanwhile, black men subscribing to Bad Baby channel and Lil Tay channel. I saw Anton talking about Lil Tay one day. I said, bro, I know I don't see a 43-year-old man, 45-year-old man with gray hair, daughter almost Lil Tay age, talking about a young girl in a sexual manner. Child, the streets is fucking done. Done, I say.
She's called ghetto and ratchet. And it's really just the hatred of black women that fuels that. They don't want black women to be beautiful. They don't want
black women to have shit. They don't want black women to be smart. They don't want black women to feel poised. They don't want black women to feel confident. They don't want black women to be arrogant. They don't want black women to say that they the shit. They want black women at the bottom of the fucking totem pole, where they are. That's what they want. They hate seeing a woman that might have a child or not stand up and say, yeah, bitch, and I can take care of that child with or without a man, period. They hate when she say, I don't need to work for you. I can start my own business, bitch. I can build my own wealth now, bitch. We can vote for who gonna become president and actually change social outcomes now. Why on earth would we need to submit this to a small, fat, chubby fuck? Absolutely not. Okay, let's go back to the video.
black women to be pretty the way that white women beautify themselves by fucking doing all this shit that girls do. It reminds
again, at his point, that's what I'm saying. They do it every single day. Every single day there's a white chick that looked like Kylie Jenner on the left, and then she turned to a white chick that looked like Kylie Jenner on the right. Hair extensions, lip fillers, plastic surgery, face fillers, BBLs, titty fillers, everything fake. But let a black woman get some nails and some simple eyelashes, and she a ratchet bitch for life. I mean, you absolutely cannot make this up. Okay? Not to mention, just to go to the clip, right? Just to remind y'all of how Mr. Daniels think. Let me just show it one more time.
Use us. They don't actually add value. You want to know what's really wrong with the black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than a white man ever has.
Damn.
She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the black community, because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that hoe out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and then fix the community that way. Because we tired of these hoes.
Child.
That's true.
So now you have a true understanding, because I'm not sure if Young Don has that clip in here somewhere. Maybe he does, maybe he does not. Let's continue.
Yeah, that video we did where we reacted to Antonio and we talked about how it's only ghetto until white people do it, right?
Oh man, I love the young kid Antonio Speaks. That guy is good. That guy is good. Real good. I'm rooting for him to win. Real good content creator, man. Check him out. I'm gonna put his I think he's tagged also, but I'm gonna put it in the chat anyway. I like that kid, man. Let's go.
Megan Good, she wears a tank top back in the early 2000s. I'm sure if Anton saw a woman that looked like this, he would say she's ghetto and ratchet. But then Kylie Jenner, she is exalted as an innovator in fashion when she wears the exact same outfit, you know what I'm saying, 15 years later.
Bro, the way that they be on Kylie Jenner dick, oh my God, right? And she doing the same thing, hair extensions and all, bro. Both her and her sister got the fake body package to attract black men package, right? Because they know, like Brittany Renner said, them niggas stupid, bro. They gonna just drop a bag on anything with 2 eyes and a fat ass. But let's keep going.
when she wears the exact same outfit, you know what I'm saying, 15 years later. They have no problem with the actual thing that is being done. The problem is with the person. And the person is a black woman. That's the problem. But what happens if we type white women into the search bar?
Oh, it's about to get interesting. Like Tit for Tat would say. It's about to get interesting.
Woman says black men freely spend money on them and do the nastiest things white guys don't.
What? Hold the fuck on.
Happens if we type white women into the search bar? White woman says black men freely spend money on them and do the nastiest things white guys don't do.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Now I have the
So white woman says that black men are freely spending money on them and doing the nastiest things that the white men won't do.
Shut up, silly woman.
Wow. 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 There's nothing on his channel that's going to paint white women in any bad way. But let's see what else he got about the white woman.
Nastiest things white guys don't do. Now, I have plenty of white friends. I highly doubt that. White dudes, they'll put it in their...
Hold on now. You about to take it too far. Ciao. Shout out to my brother in the chat. White guys eat pussy. They do everything that this young brother is about to say that they do. They guilty. They do all of that. Period. Like, I remember when me and Anton would debate about the LGBTQ. I gotta make sure I get this right. The LGBTQ TIA2S plus community. Did I get that right? Fuck. Anyway, we would talk about their rights, and he would say, "Well, no, the women are." I said, "Bro," but then you would say, "No laws can get passed without men." And let's be honest, most of these laws, men are passing. Does it not tell you anything about these type? You know what? You can't read in between the lines. I'm gonna let Young Don cook right now.
Friends, I highly doubt that. White dudes, they'll put it in their butts.
Whoa.
They'll go down, eat that box, and
child.
And look, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? If you're into that, however you get down with your chick, that's how you get down with your chick. I don't get down like that personally. I'm just saying this, whatever narrative this guy's about to try and push, like black men are freakier with white women. But regardless of what the reality is where that is concerned, the main point here is he's trying to paint a picture that the white woman is so glorious and so amazing that they're able to draw out this different side of black men where they're willing to go places sexually that they just can't.
I'm sorry. Maybe it's the way that he said it. It just has me. I'm sorry. I'm tickled about it. He said the white woman just knows how to draw out a different type of black man. He gonna spend his money freely. He gonna lick that box more. He gonna make love to her more because she's is the white woman. Oh my God. That couldn't be like, I went to Central Michigan University. Black men was treating white women like nut rags. Period. Child.
Seem to find the desire to do that with black women. White women are chasing down black men for marriage. Again, pushing this rhetoric where he's trying to encourage black men to turn away from black women and pursue women of another race. Here,
despite him having a whole black ass wife. Despite him having a whole black ass wife, bro. You can't make this shit up. And you know why they don't call it out? Young Don, unlike you, because you allowed your channel to grow to what? Let me see. 120,000 subscribers. By being honest and by being genuine. a lot of people that don't want to call Anton out is still hoping and praying for the opportunity to use him and use his platform for their own purposes. That's why they quiet.
Here he's defending a white woman that was called racist because she says she doesn't want black kids and prefers a white man. And I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with a white woman having that position, but it's the fact that this is all he does when he talks about white women. He never defends black women. He only defends white women. He attacks black women. He never attacks white women. Now, I've already showed you where he was willing to lie once. He lied by co-signing that racist white woman that tried to paint black people as this great threat to her as a white woman. But now let's see him lie about black women specifically. He's about to lie about black women and demonize black women
Now listen,
in a terrible way. Let's check this out.
I am no economist. I hate economics. I dread.
Okay, the title of this video, Black Women Are Struggling the Most After Layoffs from the Federal Government via Trump Going Broke.
Typical Anton. Black women are struggling, going broke after layoffs. Do layoffs specifically happen for one gender? Like, hey, ain't meeting. But guys, y'all good. Keep working. Ladies only. Pull up. What's up, boss? Thanks to Trump, all you bitches can go home. But what about Jimmy? He don't even do shit. Don't matter. He a man. That's why he can stay. Is that what happens in these boardroom meetings and inside these, manager meetings? Is that what happens when people get laid off? They get an email from the job saying, hey, bitch. You're not qualified. Charlie Kirk said you no longer have the brain processing power to do this job. And instead, we're going to hire Anton. But sir, I'm a nuclear physicist. That nigga didn't even graduate high school. He's a man. Bitch. That's why we got to fire you, because you talk back. Right? Is that how that's going in corporate America these days? Okay. Let's see where Anton takes this.
Now, of course, Anton Daniels, he's a pro-Trump, pro-MAGA guy, right? Republican, conservative, all of that. And so Donald Trump is destroying the country. He's destroying the economy. A lot of people are suffering. He'll never talk about the white farmers in the middle of the country who are begging Trump for who are currently begging.
I will. Pause. Time to talk about those white farmers begging Trump, because apparently it's only black people begging for help. Apparently it's only black people begging for help. So let's see what they're talking about. Oh, I found it right here. Hundreds of struggling Arkansas farmers asked the federal government to save them. I wonder what this is about. I wonder how many black people I'm going to see in this video begging for reparations and begging for child support. Let's see.
Evening to you. We begin tonight with hundreds of struggling Arkansas farmers pleading for emergency federal funding amid a farm economy crisis.
Channel 17.
What? Struggling? Ain't no way y'all struggling under President Trump. He supposed to make America great again. He was supposed to be better economically because he's a billionaire than Kamala Harris, who broke. Right? That's what y'all said. But now, these poor farmers are pleading for help. Like niggas on the south side of Chicago. But Anton not covering that. Oh, let's see what happened here. Let's hear about their plight.
Mobley attended a meeting between farmers and federal officials earlier today in Brooklyn in northeast Arkansas and has more tonight. Andrew.
Almost everything that could go wrong for Arkansas farmers.
Nah, y'all don't need no help. Pull yourselves up by your fucking bootstraps, bitch, and figure it out. Y'all asking for handouts? You victim mentality motherfuckers. That's what's wrong with America today. People like these farmers, they want America to go back to socialism. I say not. You think my tax dollars about to go to a whole bunch of white baby mamas in Arkansas? That's how you sound, Anton.
Did go wrong this year, and it's so bad that many are facing bankruptcy or even the closure of farms that have been passed down for generations. A dismal global market and plunging commodity prices mean there's little to no hope of breaking even for many farmers, even as sky-high input costs rise because of inflation and now tariffs.
Damn, not a rise of inflation and tariffs. Is Joe Biden in office? Joe Biden must be in office because everything is bad right now. Who is our president right now, Gemini?
Donald Trump is the current U.S. president.
That can't be true because I just watched a video of struggling Arkansas farmers saying that the farmers need money because they're losing money going bankrupt. So Joe Biden must be the president because Donald Trump would never allow these people to starve, right, Gemini?
Donald Trump is the current U.S. president. The economic challenges facing some farmers in Arkansas are part of a broader, ongoing issue that has affected the agricultural sector under multiple administrations. Joe Biden's term ended on January 20th, 2025.
So are you telling me, Gemini, that under Donald Trump's reign, these Arkansas farmers are struggling?
Yes, many Arkansas farmers are facing a difficult economic situation. News reports from September and October 2025 indicate that low commodity prices, rising input costs, and trade tariffs are leading to financial losses and increasing bankruptcies, with some experts warning that as many as 1/3 of the state's farms could close. In response, the Trump administration has been considering a financial aid package for farmers, with a new relief bill providing some assistance.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The facts are facting. Yeah. Oh, wow.
For government handouts, for bailouts, because they're on the verge of bankruptcy, because Trump's financial plans and, the tariffs and all that have completely fucked the farmers. China, which was one of the main importers, in fact, the main importers of soybeans, which is something that we grow a lot of here in America for the sake of exporting to China. Well, because of the tariffs and the tariff war that Trump has started, which has not benefited America in any way, China has completely stopped purchasing soybeans from America. And so you got farmers who can't move their product. Anton's never going to talk about that.
Yeah, Anton will never criticize President Trump or the right for having people in Arkansas starve, going bankrupt, and according to Gemini, 1/3 of those farms could close due to Donald Trump and the fucking tariffs. Can't make this shit up.
But instead, he's going to find a way to blame black women, demonize black women for having federal government jobs. He's going to He's going to demonize black women for being gainfully employed. Watch this.
Now listen, I am no economist. I hate economics. I dreaded that class in school. But I know black people. And so the signs about the impact of this mess on Black people were there very, very early on. As soon as Elon Musk started running through our federal government, destroying ish, I knew that was not going to be good for Black people. Even without the data, I just knew anecdotally that the federal government buoys, it is an anchor for the Black middle class. I knew in my own family that basically my mom, my parents' entire generation of my family all worked for the federal government. And they weren't even in like the DMV or some major federal government regions, but they all work for the feds. And so I knew this was not going to go over well. And we are getting more and more data about this. It's going to get worse in the next few months, though, because the people that took that early out, that weird option they got, that weird email, they're not even showing up as unemployed yet in our data. And then we know the data probably is even worse than what's being released because these people like to lie about this. But all the signs are saying that Black people, the Black unemployment rates are starting to be red flags for economists who aren't even Black, even they understand that when America gets a cold, Black Americans get the flu. And we are the first red flag here, y'all, about how bad this economy is getting. And I'm just, me and my friends, I'm telling y'all, we are
last to be hired, first to be fired. That's why Black people are the canary in the coal mine for America. If Black people are doing well, that means everybody's doing well. And if Black people are starting to suffer, that means white people, Hispanics, you're next.
got degrees and we are bracing ourselves for.
But the thing is, and she makes a lot of valid points, and so does Young Don. The point that's always left out of the conversation is that while Black women may suffer in these suffering economic times, Black men also are suffering. And how do I know this? Well, they say it every day, Darrel. Hey, man, half of my child support check got dragged out because of a baby because she signed my name on a child's birth certificate. And I didn't even know I didn't get her pregnant. I might have fucked the raw about 25 times, but there's no way in hell that I did it. Then they want me to pay for expensive dates. I told the bitch I'd take her to Applebee's. All right, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like the older I get, I'm 35 now. The older I get, bro, and God bless me, I get older and older. Being married, being a father, holding down an actual home, not an apartment, a home. I don't understand why y'all have so much time to just be disingenuous. Donald Trump, and me and my wife got into an argument about Trump. We don't really talk about politics no more. Not like we used to, because these are very serious topics and we both address them differently. But I come out and say it the same way that I condemn Charlie Kirk's murder. Donald Trump is one of the worst presidents of all time. In my opinion, he just right after Ronald Reagan. Just right after Ronald Reagan. Right? And I think there is a strong argument that he might be the worst president of all time. The worst president of all time. Let's keep going.
This because it's gonna get worse. Like significant.
Having a degree does not protect you or insulate you from the possibility of getting laid off.
Yeah, but it makes it much less likely, though.
And we all know that the federal government specifically, and a lot of parts of private industry and academia, has always been a place where Black women have done the minimum. And when I say the minimum...
So even when you are a Black woman and you get a degree and you're a teacher, you're working in child protective services, you're working for the federal government in some capacity, it's still not enough.
Exactly. Because Anton don't care about the work that a lot of women are doing in these different federal industries. Like the child's, like basically CPS type shit. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit is needed, bro. Because there's so many parents that's not taking care of children. Like, since I moved out of Michigan, moved to Chicago, well, sorry, but whatever. I moved to Illinois, and I've been working in Milwaukee. Bro, I've seen all type of shit. And I'm from Detroit, bro. Like, I've seen all type of shit that I think that in 2025, I thought I'd never see children, you know what I'm saying? Like when I got downtown Chicago, I remember one day I saw a Hispanic woman or some shit. She was sitting on the side of the road with her baby and shit, bro. Like asking for change and shit. Bro, that shit broke my heart, bro. That we live in an economy that's so fucked up. That a mother would be on the side of the road unable to work because of how bad the economy has gotten. Bro, you can't make this shit up, man. Shout out to YoungDonReacts for holding this man accountable, man. We need people like that. And well, we got what? We have about 14, 18 people in the chat, man. Put a 1 in the chat if you're enjoying the content. Let's keep going.
Still never enough if you're a black woman. Let's let him go some more.
They are not going into STEM fields. That's one of the reasons why you have places like Black Girls Code and all of this stuff.
They're not going into STEM fields, but you know who else aren't going into STEM fields? White women, Asian women, Hispanic women. Of course, you can find women of all these races in STEM fields, but the majority of women across the board, regardless of race, they don't go into STEM. But
exactly. And he just showed the charts to back it up. The majority of women are not going into STEM field. And I still always find these college conversations very crazy, considering Anton never went to college, never graduated with a degree, never had any acceptance letters from any universities. So I always find it crazy they talk about STEM, as if he has ever participated in STEM. We have the video where he was at Pocket Watching with JT, and they exposed him for being a fake computer scientist guy. Yeah, I'm in computer science. Y'all remember that? Like back in 2022, everybody was in computer science. Everybody knew how to code. Everybody was going to coding. You can't make this shit up, bro. Let me keep going, man. I'm gonna get out of here soon.
it is only the black woman that catches fire for it, though. She's the only one that's going to catch hell for that for some weird reason.
Because you don't have to incentivize people that are doing the most or doing the best for themselves. Now, obviously, we know that, you know.
Again, so I imagine black women, they're doing the least. All these other women, they're doing the most, but yet for some reason, they also gravitate to the exact same fields that black women do.
That does not absolve everybody, right? We know that there are people that do go into it. However, when I was in my software and engineering classes, I didn't
see what I'm saying. I knew the nigga was about to start bringing up that shit, buddy. You was never in no software engineer, bro. Why you always lying? You lie so much, bro, and it's so unnecessary. It's no reason to be sitting around lying, dog. What software engineering program? They always say that shit so vaguely. When I was in my software engineering program, what software engineering program were you in? Can you please be specific and tell us, and then make sure you tell us and show us the grade that you had when you came out. Show us the certificate, the degree, whatever it was that they gave you. Like, I can tell you guys right now on my other screen, I'm looking at Coursera.com, the Google cybersecurity certificate, the professional one. Right now, I'm on course 4 out of 8, and it says tools of trade, Linux and SQL. That's the part that I'm at right now. I can be very specific about what I'm learning, what I'm not learning, and specifically how it's going to benefit me in the future. Anyway, let's keep going, man. Working on a lot of shit over here.
See any black people. I didn't see that many women at all.
Yeah, something tells me Anton didn't finish his degree in software engineering. I'm just taking a stab in the dark here. Yep, I was right on the money. So here we have Anton Daniels. He has, I guess, a piece done on him by QuentinSuper.com. He spoke to him. Anyway, apparently, Daniels spent one semester at the University of Detroit, Mercer, and then he dropped out because he realized it was too expensive. I don't know why it would.
Not Anton dropping out of school. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the people that talk about this shit the most be the main ones who don't even do shit. You just be on here talking just to talk. All right, now I was supposed to do a reaction to Lucki part, but truth be told, I'm tired. They told me I had to work tomorrow. So I'm about to turn this shit off and give me some rest and do a part 2. All right? That's what we about to do. But I'm going to get at y'all later. I will holler at y'all. See y'all on the next version, the next part 2, whenever I don't have to work. But I will schedule the live streams for like next week or something, just so I can have them ready. And I would appreciate if y'all get those likes up on those videos. All right? Peace, y'all.